Hi everyone, for this next part in my series of ranking each Niji girl's solos, we have our first third year. This time we will be talking about Karin Solos. They are Starlight, Wish, Firebird, Vivid World, Turn It Up, and My Shadow. One thing that I never noticed about Karin Solos until I made this video is that all of the titles of her solos have English titles. Karin is the only Nijigasaki character besides Mia to have this happen. All of the other girls have a mixture of languages for their song titles. It makes a lot of sense for Mia's song titles to all be in English, but it seemed like an interesting quirk for them to have done this for Karin. Anyway, Karin has always been a character that I never thought too much about. I don't usually listen to her solos on a regular basis, so to actually sit down and listen to them all at once was a nice experience. Karin has the deepest voice out of all the Niji girls by far, but it works really well with the style of music that they usually give to her. She also has the reputation of being the sexy one, mostly due to some of her costumes and the lyrics of some of her songs, which can be pretty suggestive. But she also has some genuinely sweet songs, which I think most people don't realize, so let's talk more in depth about each of her solos. Coming in at number 6 on my list is Starlight. This was Karin's very first solo, and I think it can be credited, or perhaps blamed, depending on your position, for Karin getting that reputation as the sexy one of the group between the dance and her costume. But this ranking is supposed to be based off of the song itself, so I'll say that Starlight is at the bottom of my list just because I feel like the song itself is pretty forgettable. What makes you remember it is the dance and the costume. Nothing about the song itself really stands out to me. Coming in at number 5 on my list is Turn It Up, which is the song that was created for Love Live All-Stars. Karin was tasked with singing a song for the Cinema Studies Club. This song is one of the shortest Love Live songs out there, coming in at just 3 minutes and 10 seconds in length, which is part of the reason why I've placed it at number 5. I think the song is just too short to have a real impact. There's not much of a bridge, and I think it could have had a really good one. However, it is a catchy song, and I like the vibe of it. I just wish it was longer. Coming in at number 4 on my list is My Shadow, which is Karin's newest solo song. Unlike most of the other girls who got fluffier and cuter love songs, Karin's solo feels like a more serious take on a love that might not succeed in the end. It's not a bad song by any stretch, and I can understand why people liked it, but it didn't appeal to me as much as some of Karin's other songs. I do feel like this might be one of those songs where I feel differently about it once I've seen it performed live, and I'm looking forward to seeing Mayutan perform in this really cute costume. Coming in at number 3 on my list is Firebird. I really like the MV of this song in All Stars, and Karin's costume is cute. However, I feel like it's important to note that the lyrics are pretty spicy for a Love Live song, and that has definitely impacted its placing on my list. If you've never looked at the lyrics before, it's one of the more explicit Love Live songs that I have come across, and it feels a little weird to listen to a 17-year-old singing about sex. However, like a lot of Karin's songs, it's got a really good rhythm to it, and I like the fact that it reminds me of a flamenco dance. Coming in at number 2 on my list is Wish, which was Karin's solo from Season 2, Episode 13 of the anime. This feels like a complete departure from Karin's typical solo songs, which is partly why I like it so much. It gives us the chance to see a softer, more vulnerable side of Karin, which I think was desperately needed. It's also a slower song, so I think it gives you the chance to really hear her beautiful voice. She gets to show off her vocals in this song, and they're really gorgeous, especially the beginning of the third chorus. And that means that coming in at number 1 is Vivid World, which was Karin's solo from Season 1, Episode 9 of the anime. This song feels like the best of both worlds. It's a little slower than Karin's usual songs, so we can better appreciate her voice, but it has the same catchy rhythm that I've come to expect from her solos. While listening to this song, I feel like I can better understand Karin's character. I can hear the passion in her voice during that beautiful bridge. If you only listen to just one of Karin's solo songs, please make it this one. That wraps up my ranking of Karin's solos. As always, I will leave a link for the Love Live wiki to each of the songs that I've talked about here in the description below in case there are some you haven't heard before. I couldn't include the music here because of copyright issues, but I encourage you to listen to all of Karin's solos if you haven't yet. If you have listened to them, please leave a comment below with your ranking of Karin's solos, or even just let me know if you have a favorite solo of hers. Until next time everyone, thank you for listening!